Hello and welcome. My name is Crystal Jordan, and this is another edition of The Recap Room. Now, I'm excited for you guys to hear this conversation because joining me is one of our amazing actors that's here in Atlanta. He is a regular on The Oval, and you've seen his face so many other places, but he also has an upcoming play titled Sanctified coming up this Saturday here in Atlanta. Welcome, Javon Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, first of all, welcome to The Recap Room.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you for joining me today. So like I said, we've seen your face on The Oval and other movies and things like that, but you are excited about this play that's coming to the city of Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Called Sanctified. Now, and this play kind of centers around the Black church.
Yeah, the Black church. Don't say that too loud to me. Make me upset. No, I was, from South Carolina, small town, Anderson, South Carolina, raised in the Black church.
Okay.
And when you're inside something so long, too often, you oftentimes can't see what it is because you're on the inside of it too much.
Right.
So I was fortunate enough to travel so much that every time I came back to the church, I always saw something different. So I saw how the church was evolving, but not but in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's a small church, maybe about 20 people.
It's
make
a
up
very
the whole
small church.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But those 20 people, out of those 20, 15 of them are seniors. And so I used to joke about if the senior choir bus was to crash, church, who would run church?
Right.
Church would be over with. But as I began to travel and come back to the church, I would see that, at one point we had some youth involved. They had a little voice. Following year, youth not even in the church. They're not even coming. Yeah. And other people who had positions and a voice, and all of a sudden I'm like, that person, what happened? I'm like, what happened to such and such? Well, were they over there in the corner now? And I'm like, what is happening in this church that people are not feeling like they have a place to be present? And we went through about 3 or 4 pastors within like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, wow.
I say, wait a minute, I think there's a story here. I think there's something to be examined. And when I looked at it, I said, oh, okay, I'm going to write something about what I'm experiencing in my church. And in the case of Sanctified, it's a young pastor who comes in, and he's looking to, and this is inspired by one of the young pastors. I had a pastor come in, he was probably in his early 30s.
Oh, wow.
Now, he's walking into a traditional Black church where it's ran by elders.
Southern Black church, right?
Yes. So I saw how the resistance of his new ideas and how tradition, although admirable and wonderful tradition can be, it also can be a handicap.
Right.
And in the case of this church, I saw how, people are not ready to evolve, and they're not ready to loosen the reins on how things always been, to do something different. Right. And young folks need to be heard, and a lot of times they're silenced and saying, no, this is how grown folks do it, this is how it's been done. You either sit down, shut up, or whatever. And it's like, well, wait a minute, there's a voice here. Yeah. Right? And at some point, where do we begin to be aware that everybody has ideas, and everything has to evolve. Right. And so Sanctified comes out of the politics of this young pastor who's coming in and saying, I want to use the upcoming revival as an opportunity through the music ministry to get more people coming to the church. They're not excited. They're not coming to our church. Right. I got to do something. I'm going to use a revival, and I'm going to bring in certain elements and new ideas. And the old folks are saying, wait a minute. No. We don't do all that here. Right. That ain't how we do things. And the pastor was saying, but I've been called to serve a mission to this church. Yeah. And this is what God is telling me to do. And they said, well, hey, so you can imagine the issues that happens.
Absolutely. We need more change, but I think change starts with little steps. So first of all, let's make sure that people know where they can see Sanctified this weekend. Let people know where they can go, where they can purchase tickets, and also like what they can expect from the overall experience of the play.
Yes, and you can see Sanctified this Saturday, May 13th. It will be a great Mother's Day gift before Mother's Day. So get your aunts and your grandmamas and your mamas, your baby mamas if you got them.
Include
all the mamas. Soon to be mamas. Want to be mamas. Whatever. You can bring them all out. We have a 6 p.m. show at St. James United Methodist Church in Alpharetta. Okay. And tickets are available right now online at sanctified-stjames.eventbrite.com. Okay. And you can reach me on all social media at I am Javon Johnson. Also, we can find information there about the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want people to definitely go to I Am Javon Johnson, because there you can get the link, get the right information. You can see Javon and see some more of his interviews and everything that he has going on.